Hi everyone. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining in. Hi, Vipin sir. Hi
Hi.
Vikram. Hi.
Hi.
Hi everyone. So as you know, like this session that we are having today is more around to understand the financial compliances that any startup founder might require, right? So here today we have Vipin sir with us, who has this experience of being a CA for a long time and has done multiple things in his past life. And as his LinkedIn say, he works as a virtual CFO for many startups, right? So here we are today to take up the questions that you guys have regarding the finances and any other things that are there regarding the compliances for that. So yes, sir. Welcome aboard. Thank you so much for joining in us today. A little bit about your background so that we can start with the session and people are aware about your journey so far in this.
Thank you, Harshvardhan, and thank you for the pedal start for invite me to this webinar. I just start with my journey. I started 12 years ago with the single firm, and this journey of 12 years. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are. You are.
In my journey of 12 years, I am come with work with the more than 100 companies. So we know the mindset of the business owner, how can they work, what should they work, and what should they do not work. So after come up with the so many business owners, we need to know that's the being the solopreneur or the being the startup, we are trying to do everything by own. So we have a multiple questions. So the community like Pedal Starts helps the business owners to identify which areas the business owner should do the work or which area business owner should take the help from the community. So this is my the journey where I want to help so many business owners in a different way. That's the financial knowledge of a expert can help the raise his businesses and the product things.
All right, sir. So here again, like the founders that have joined us today in this cohort are more trying to understand how to set up the valuation of a company, right? Many people ask this thing. If you could just give us a brief understanding with your expertise, like how should a person as a founder should set up the valuation of his company?
When we talking about the valuation, everybody thinks about it's depend on the sale or profits, but it's actually not depend on the sale and profit only. It depends on the many factors. So firstly we have to understand how to don't calculate the valuations. Normally the business owner says that we required a 20 lakh rupees of money and we are ready to commit dilute the 10% of equity shares, so company's valuation around 2 cr. So that is not a good method to evaluate the company according to the requirement of the funds in the business. So there is a lot of way in the company. I just take an example of the AU Small Finance Bank. When started in his initial journey, the turnover of the AU Bank is 10 CR and the profit is only 1.25 CR. And the first investor in AU Bank is Motilal Oswal. So at that point of time, company's valuation calculated is 60 CR, is more 40 times of his profit and 6 times of his revenue. So there is a many factors we have to consider before the calculation of any valuation. For the finance side, we say there is a two method in the when we are talking about the financial methods. There is a two method. First is net worth method, or second is uh, discounted cash flow method. So, firstly, we understand the net worth method. In this, if we have a past history, let's suppose we have in the business of from 5 years, then we have a sale track record, we have a customer track record, we have a product track record, and we have a assets and liabilities as well. Let's suppose we do the assets of 10 cr in our balance sheets and 3 crs of liabilities. So we can say that the company's net worth is 7 cr. Then the need and the investors point of view, that they both can um, agree on any terms to 2 times of the net worth, 3 times of the net worth. So if we say the investor and the owners ready for the 3 times, that will be the 21 CR. When we are saying that the assets is, what is his assets? The machinery of the company or stocks of the company, cash and bank balance of the company, intangible assets of the company. This is covered in the assets part of the company. So for concluding the net asset method or net worth method, so we can do that the total assets minus total liabilities, that is the net worth of the company, and upon the agreement of the business owner and the investor, we can calculate that. So the, if as I say, the example is the 7 CR of the net worth of the company, then the investor can say that the you can claim the twice of your net worth. Sorry, we say that it's available when the past data is available with us and we have a long time in the business. If you ask me, then I am the new startup. I don't have any sale. I don't have any too much profit in business. So how can I calculate? For that, I want to inform you that the in this case, total valuation is done on the future basis, capability of the earning income in future. Let's suppose we have a good product or good technology, any software we have. In this case, we have to convince the investor our product and our selling skills in the market or need of the market. We have to consider the many things like lead, how much lead available, total market size, customer need regarding the product, and we frame the balance sheet for the 5 years. In the we have to project in these things in next 5 years and estimate our revenue. But in this case, the our storyline in line with the facts, actual facts. Total market size. In the past, you are recently watching the Shark Tank. The if the if the person founders don't have the control over the numbers, the shark is little shaky. How the founders don't have a control over the number. In this scenario, the business owner should be a very clear and the fact oriented person, and he should do the fact basis analysis himself, that this will fact, and upon that fact we have to be calculate the future revenues. So apart from, in this case, we calculate the future revenue, and on that basis investor and business owner make a deal that the 5 years profits and 5 years profit, 5 years revenue, and on the basis of that they can agree with the something valuations. Apart from the financial factors, there are so many factors which raise or down the valuations. That is the your team. If you have a good team, expert is expert in your team, the investor may ready to pay higher valuations. If you have a good network of customers, if you have like an Ola, Uber and Paytm, they all are not profitable, but they are highly valued due to the product differentiation and due to the higher network. You know the Paytm history. Paytm start with a small payment bank and now we are selling too much things. The Paytm have too much network, so the valuation can be done and the vary due to the network. And the three is the most thing is the need. What is the need of the product? If there is a need, to investor may deal with the higher valuation as well. So there is a so many factor in the valuation, financial or non-financials. But the business owner wants, they have to study the market, they have to study the industry, same industry, how the valuation done in the same industry, and the which factors investors rely on that thing. I hope you understand the regarding
Sense,
this
makes a lot
valuation.
of sense. Yes, and in a layman language, it was very clear how to set up the valuation, right? So, guys, if you have any follow-up question on that, it is an open platform for you to raise your hands and ask your questions. We have questions that you have already shared. But yet again, on valuation front or anything like that, if you have any questions, just raise your hands for the same, right? And down the line, if you want to connect with Vipin sir one on one for the same, I'll help you to do that. Uh, yeah, Ravi, please go ahead.
Hi, Vipin. Hi,
Hi Ravi.
everyone. Thank you for such a good explanation about this valuation thing, because that was my question, and thank you ever for asking it upfront. So, Vipin, what I want to understand is that let's suppose if I talk about my company, okay, so I am like 1.5 years old in the market, and
Okay.
my company is a revenue generating company.
Okay.
And the thing is that if we talk about our TAM and SAM, it seems to be like the potential market as of now for us is 3.7 crores is what we have
Okay.
estimated as of now.
Okay.
If I talk about not on
Okay.
later
Okay.
stages.
Okay.
Now the thing is that we have been generating the revenue for the last 1.5 years, and
Okay.
I've seen somewhere around 200% growth as compared to the last year.
Okay.
But if we talk about the net profit, no, we are not profitable yet. We are very near to the break even, but we are not yet profitable yet.
Okay.
Now the thing is, कि what we are planning to do is scaling, to scale
Okay.
up, scale our brand, because currently what we are doing is just we are running on the Facebook ads, we are doing the influencer marketing and lots of, because we are into the D2C space, and we are into the kids apparel, kids clothing.
Again,
So my
Okay.
brand is available on Stop, First Cry, and Amazon, and then but 90% of our sales happens through a website only.
Okay.
Okay. So I wanted to understand. So like a few of my relatives and friends are willing to invest in us. Okay,
Hmm.
because they have been seeing everything in the journey and everything, and they're quite inspired by how we're going. So recently we had this conversation about the valuation part. It has been just 1.5 years, not certain about the valuation, because revenue उतना नहीं है. ठीक
Okay.
है. अगर मैं देखूं भी तो somebody said is like you calculate simple, your calculation should be जो revenue है into 4x कर लो, some said revenue जो है उसको 10x कर लो, that becomes your valuation. उसके हिसाब से what you do the calculation of 10% 20%, and that becomes your equity इतना तुम्हें देना है. So this is the thing that is coming up.
Uh, Totally understandable, Ravi. I know your situations. Uh, uh, is this okay? Can I use Hindi or English mix for better understanding of all of you? Is this okay? If okay, you can type on the chat box. Is this okay?
it's completely fine, sir. matlab, everyone
Okay.
understands.
Okay. Ravi, you are right, but the calculation method, if you want to do in the, if you are want to present on the behalf of your company to the investor, so you have to consider many things. You have to say how to scale. You want to be open the stores. You want to be at the geographic area, and the, if you are saying that the you want to you will be at the 200% growth, so you have to explain these things to the investors on some basis. Let's suppose if we are saying we are only through the website or the online portal, so you can say that we want to be open the stores in the cities, in the multi cities, in the four cities. So you need a fund for the opening the stores, and that opening the store, as per your study, you will generate the 200x revenue. So, according these factors considered on your projections, you can X the some kind of valuations. Understand, Ravi? So there is so many factors, other stores, area, range, product differentiations as well. But you can't say that the my revenues X and we can X for the 4x. You have to prove that thing to the investors as well.
Agree. So, Vipin, this following up with this question,
Hmm.
there's one thing that is also coming up is like, let's suppose our revenue is whatever our revenue is, okay?
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, being friends and relatives and everyone, we can do the projections and everything, but the thing is that they do not have a certain formula. What they see is रेवेन्यू हुआ है उसका तुम बताओ मुझे कितना, बिकॉज if you talk about the the assets,
हम्म
we don't have any sort of machinery because we are a brand. So all we have is a computers and and
हम्म
minds.
हम्म
Because we manufactured from outside, so we don't have any
ओके
sort of a big asset sort of a thing. ठीक
ओके
है. तो दिस बिकम्स अगेन कि हमारे पास जो हम ग्रोथ प्रोजेक्शन दिखा भी रहे हैं, ठीक है,
हम्म
तो वो एक एक बेसिकली एक फोरकास्टिंग ही रहेगी, राइट, कि दिस इज हाउ
हम्म
वी आर गोना डू. So
हम्म
how this forecasting is going to work, and is it going to be futuristic, एक sort of बताना है कि नहीं इतना हम कर ही लेंगे. एक चीज और जो important question आता है कि when I did talk to one of my friend and
हम्म
about this investment and everything, what तो I said कि I can only give you returns in 5 years. Okay,
हम्म
this
हम्म
is my thing. So what
हम्म
he said was कि यार if I have to invest for 5 years, ठीक है, and I'm looking for a quick growth, and hence I'm
हम्म
looking to invest in a startup, ठीक है.
हम्म
And so what he said, अगर मुझे 5 साल रुकना ही है, then why won't I just go ahead and invest my money in this mutual fund, ठीक है. अगर मैं देखा जाए तो आई विल इवेंचुअली बी एबल टू गेट 15-16% आउट ऑफ इट ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ 5 years, अगर हम मीन देखें उसका. एंड इवेंचुअली माई रिस्क विल बी लो. By investing in your startup, my risk will be high and my reward will not that be great. ठीक है. So, so I said, if you are looking for an exit in 2 years, I cannot give you because that is so difficult in order to generate the revenue for that. So
ओके
he said, okay, okay, what you do the calculation, come back again. तो आई वॉज लाइक क्वाइट. तो मैंने 3 लोगों को फोन किया आज के यार इन्वेस्टर्स कितने में एग्जिट लेते हैं, कितने साल में लेते हैं. तो I also talked to Chintan about it ever. So he said at least 5 years तो होना ही चाहिए, वो तो म्यूचुअल फंड में भी उतना ही होता ही है. तो आई एम क्वाइट कंफ्यूज इन दैट कि लाइक इन्वेस्टर्स एक्सपेक्टिंग और एक्चुअल इट इज इन द मार्केट, हाउ इट इज गोइंग.
रवि इसको ऐसे समझते हैं क्योंकि यू आर asking for the angel investor, I can say. It's not a venture capitalist, so the mindset is the doubling the money only. They don't want to understand the company's business and the access to the investment. I am also the investor as an no in the community. So investor mindset
Okay.
is very very crucial when you are choosing the investor. If you have a bad investor or no, not say the bad the मतलब वो आपको अगर ऐसा इन्वेस्टर ऑन बोर्ड हो गया जो आपको रोज एक पिंग करे, आपको एक चैलेंज करे, आपको फॉलो अप करे, तो इट्स मोर हैसल टू यू एज वेल. ये तो हो गया जो आपका फ्रेंड है उसका एक माइंडसेट. मैं बात कर रहा हूँ कि हाउ टू कन्वेंस द इन्वेस्टर. अगर हम उसकी बात करें तो आपको वो पूरा 5 साल का प्लान तैयार करना पड़ेगा कि नेक्स्ट ईयर 2 इयर्स में हम 200x कर लेंगे, 200x कर लेंगे रेवेन्यू, तब मेरी वैल्यूएशन इतनी होगी, हम वहां पर फंड बी रेस करेंगे, सीरीज बी रेस करेंगे, मेरे इतने स्टोर्स अगले 2 साल में खुल जाएंगे और उसके बाद मेरे 5 स्टोर्स और खुलेंगे इस एरिया में, तब मैं सेकंड रेस करूंगा. तो वो सब कैलकुलेशन हमें डिटेल में बैठ के करनी होगी. उससे क्या होगा, आपका जो इन्वेस्टर है उसका भी आपके ऊपर ट्रस्ट इंक्रीज होगा. समझ पा रहे हैं? तो वो जो चीजें हैं ना कि आपको कि 2 साल में इतना करना है, 4 साल में इतना करना है, वो पेपर्स पर होंगी सबसे पहले और विथ फिगर्स एंड फैक्ट्स होंगी कि भाई एक स्टोर में अगर दिल्ली एनसीआर में ओपन करता हूं तो वो कितना रिवेन्यू करके देता है, फर्स्ट क्राई का कितना रिवेन्यू करके देता है या बीबा का कितना करके देता है. तो वो एक
हम्म.
इंडस्ट्री के हिसाब से, लोकेलिटी के हिसाब से आपको वो प्रोजेक्शंस करनी होगी और उन्हीं प्रोजेक्शंस को आपको अपने इन्वेस्टर को रिफ्लेक्ट कराना होगा. उसी के बेसिस पर उनका ट्रस्ट डेवलप होगा आपके प्रोडक्ट में और आपके बिजनेस.
ओके. ठीक है. आई हैव वन मोर क्वेश्चन बट आई सपोज आई टेक इट लेटर ऑन. विल दैट बी ओके, बिकॉज it will be too many questions from
No
my
worries,
end then.
Ravi, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
नो
Okay.
इश्यूज रवि,
So there's one more. Okay, thank you. So there's one more thing that is coming up. All this because of this conversation that I had is up now as a company. See, for founders, it becomes very difficult to new अपनी इक्विटी देना. It becomes very difficult. ठीक है,
या
वो ऐसा लगता है कि it is very difficult for us to even give 1% of what we have right now. ठीक है?
Okay.
Of the 100% less. ठीक है?
Okay.
Now, तो कैसा होता है कि when we talk to people, they say कि debt लेना है तो ठीक है, आप debt, ठीक है, thing is कि यार debt लोगे तो now how will be the payouts? So let's suppose if we talk about the bonds also, the good bonds in India give 7 to 12% का return. ठीक है? Now if we talk about a business loan, that varies from 14% to somewhat 8, 16, 17% in India. ठीक है? The only sweet spot is 13 to 4, 12 to 13 14% का बचता है हमारे पास, ठीक है, wherein we don't take it from bank because bank has a certain limited limitations because they only judge you on, excuse me, just a moment, apologies. So what we have to do is, हमारे पास एक स्वीट स्पॉट बचता है जहाँ पे 12 से 14% का ही जिसमें हाई रिस्क रिवॉर्ड रिटर्न वाला केस आता है. Now the thing is कि अगर if we're taking a debt, we also have to return it, whether it's monthly, quarterly, or maybe at the end of the year. But since we are revenue generating company, we need to put in that money, और इसलिए ताकि हमें जल्दी वापस ना करना पड़े, because उसको जनरेट करने में भी तो समय लगेगा. ठीक है? So the second thing comes into equity. Now the thing is कि not everyone wants to get into equity. So somebody told me कि how we can do is like, if let's suppose I'm raising 10 lakh rupees, example के तौर पे, then half of it I can raise a debt. मेरे ऊपर बहुत ज़्यादा EMI का बोझ नहीं आएगा. The second thing I can do is as 5 lakh rupees को I can take as equity if I divide. So is that like, is this how also works?
इसमें रवि मैं आपको एक मतलब ये इन्फॉर्म करना चाहता हूँ, बिफोर गेटिंग इनटू द मार्केट फॉर asking द मनी for the debt or the for the equity part, you have to prepare yourself first and you have a confidence on your growth plan as well. इफ आई से कि इसका एक दूसरा
हम्म.
एग्जांपल क्या हो सकता है, यू कैन एस्क योर इन्वेस्टर कि भाई 10 लाख रुपए मुझे चाहिए, 5 लाख डेट के रूप में चाहिए, 5 लाख की मैं आपको इक्विटी देता हूँ और 5 लाख का मैं इंटरेस्ट 12% पे करना स्टार्ट करूंगा आफ्टर 2 इयर्स. तो दैट कैन बी अ कंडीशन एज वेल.
हम्म.
तो वो आपके लिए विन विन
Okay.
सिचुएशन होती है, इन्वेस्टर के लिए भी और आपके लिए भी, क्योंकि वो सब चीजें टर्म शीट में मेंशन होती है. इफ यू डोंट पे देन द डेट इज आल्सो कन्वर्ट इन द इक्विटी एज वेल. तो आपके लिए विन विन सिचुएशन क्या होगी, अगर आपने 2 साल में वो बिजनेस बना लिया अपना और 2 साल में आप उस पोजीशन पर
हम्म.
आ गए, तो यू आर एबल टू पे रीपे द डेट विद द इंटरेस्ट एज वेल. और अगर कहीं वो आप नहीं बना पाए तो वो आपकी इक्विटी भी उतनी वैल्यू नहीं कर पाएगी उस टाइम पर, क्योंकि आप वो पिछला 2 साल अच्छे से नहीं कर पाए हो.
Right.
तो वो वैल्यूएशन और वो ये कंसेप्ट टोटली आपके और इन्वेस्टर के बीच में डिस्कस हो सकते हैं. आपको इन्वेस्टर्स के साथ पहले अपना बहुत मतलब स्ट्रॉन्ग प्लान हमें क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा कि भाई ये होगा. उसके बाद जब आप अपना स्ट्रॉन्ग प्लान मुझे या किसी भी इन्वेस्टर्स को दिखाओगे, तो दे हैव आल्सो द कॉन्फिडेंस कि अगर उसके पास मेरे क्वेश्चंस होंगे. फ्यूचर प्रोजेक्शन प्लान में केवल एक ही प्रॉब्लम होती है कि इन्वेस्टर्स के क्वेश्चंस होते हैं और ओनर्स के पास उसका राइट आंसर होना चाहिए. इफ आई सेज कि भाई आपने कहा कि मैं 3 स्टोर से 20 करोड़ का रिवेन्यू कर लूंगा, जबकि मार्केट में ऐसा अवेलेबल ही नहीं है. मतलब मैं फॉर एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ रवि जी, तो इसमें मार्केट में कोई ऐसा वो
हम्म.
ही नहीं है कि 3 स्टोर आपको 20 करोड़ करके दे देंगे. तो अगेन इन्वेस्टर का कॉन्फिडेंस लूज हो
Right.
जाएगा कि वो जो आपने प्रोजेक्शंस किए हैं वो नहीं है. इसका अपोजिट एग्जांपल ले लेता हूँ. आपने बोला कि अगर 3 स्टोर मेरे 10 करोड़ का रिवेन्यू विद द एवरेज प्रॉफिट ऑफ वन 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 सी आर पर स्टोर करते हैं, तो इन्वेस्टर का जो कॉन्फिडेंस है वो बूस्ट अप हो जाएगा, क्योंकि वो इंडस्ट्री को भी दिखेगा कि हाँ इंडस्ट्री ऐसे रन करती है, तो जो आपकी वैल्यूएशन है वो आपके अकॉर्डिंग मिल जाएगी. तो बिफोर गेटिंग टू एनी इन्वेस्टर
हम्म.
फॉर डिस्कशन, यू हैव अ बुलेट प्रूफ प्लान with figures and facts and also in line with the industry as well. समझ पा रहे हैं रवि जी? तो ये
Right,
जो
right,
आप
right, right.
मुझसे कह रहे हैं कि इन्वेस्टर आर रेडी टू पे यू द मनी, बट दे
Hmm.
नीड द ट्रस्ट ऑन योर प्रोडक्ट, योर बिजनेस एंड योर फ्यूचर प्लान एज वेल.
Right, right, right.
And Ravi, just to add one more thing think this is something that we can also discuss later on one, just to make you understand, because being new to this ecosystem, this is something that you should have an understanding about, right? So definitely we can have a conversation regarding this one on one.
Right, agree, agree.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you,
thanks.
Ravi. Thank you.
I,
Can I ask
I
a
think,
question?
yeah, Pratham, go ahead.
Sorry for joining late. First of all, थोड़ा network issue था.
No worries, please go
Uh,
ahead.
Hello, Vipin sir.
Hi, hi,
सर
Pratham.
सर अभी तो सर अभी ये शार्क टैंक का सीजन चल रहा है. सो आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन रिलेटेड टू दैट बिकॉज अभी शार्क टैंक वाले जैसे कर रहे हैं कि अभी हर कोई भी एक प्रोडक्ट आ रहा है तो वो रॉयल्टी मांगना चालू कर ले रहे हैं किसी में भी
Yes.
until my 2 my 3x my 4x whatever the product is that according to the startups giving a royalty and which or not taking a not giving a royalty is good for the system or taking a debt and a mixture of a debt and equity giving a mixture ये ज्यादा सही रहेगा कि giving a royalty and not giving or not taking a debt ये ज्यादा सही रहेगा.
Pratham, for answer this question, we have to be dive into the data and the business as well. क्योंकि हर बिजनेस अलग होता है और हर बिजनेस की स्केलेबिलिटी अलग होती है, प्रॉफिट मार्जिन्स हो सकते हैं. हम किसी भी क्वेश्चन को ऐसे आंसर करने में विदाउट द एनालिसिस ऑफ द बिजनेस माइंडसेट ग्रोथ. लेट सपोज मैं एग्जांपल लेता हूँ. इफ वी वांट टू स्केल एंड वी नीड द नेटवर्क ऑफ द शार्क्स, so I don't hesitate to give them royalty and the equity as well, because the value of the rest of the equity increasing in significant way. So I don't want to give them the royalty or any part. तो ये डिपेंड करेगा आपके बिजनेस स्ट्रक्चर पर, आपके फ्यूचर प्लान्स पर, आपके प्रोडक्ट पर. तो उनके बेसिस पर हमें ये सब कुछ डिसाइड करना होता है कि मुझे रॉयल्टी देनी है, रॉयल्टी नहीं देनी, डेट लेना है, इक्विटी लेना है, मेरा बिजनेस मॉडल क्या करता है, या मेरी वर्किंग कैपिटल को ज्यादा नीड है पैसों की, तो देन मैं शिफ्ट करूंगा डेट प्लस इक्विटी पर. अगर मेरा एसेट लाइट मॉडल है तो मैं शिफ्ट करूंगा कि हाँ रॉयल्टी ले लो कोई बात नहीं और मुझे पैसा दे दो. तो इट विल बी डिपेंड ऑन मैनी फैक्टर्स. होप यू अंडरस्टैंड प्रथम.
Yeah, yes sir, yes sir. And sir एक is it compulsory for giving an investor for the investor to show a 5 years plan और एक आइडिया प्लान होना चाहिए so that investor can gain a confidence to invest in us. One more question from my side.
हाँ, आपका क्वेश्चन मैं अगर समझ पा रहा हूँ तो ये है कि आपको कितने साल का प्रोजेक्शंस बनाना चाहिए.
Yeah.
देखो नॉर्मली जो इन्वेस्टर है उसको 5 साल तो देखने ही होते हैं. मैं भी आज अगर किसी कंपनी में इन्वेस्ट करता हूँ और मैं एक माइंडसेट मेरा इन्वेस्टर वाला है, तो कोई भी इन्वेस्टर 5 साल देखेगा. जो अभी मेरा रवि जी भी पूछ रहे थे कि मेरा इन्वेस्टर चाह रहा है 2 या 3 साल में एग्जिट, तो वो एंजल इन्वेस्टर ही हो सकते हैं. वेंचर कैपिटलिस्ट या जो मतलब पैडल स्टार्ट लाइक ग्रुप है, उनको पता होता है कि किसी भी स्टार्टअप को अगर 4x 10x या 15-20x जाने में टाइम लगेगा ही लगेगा अगर उसने अभी स्टार्ट किया है. तो एवरी इन्वेस्टर नीड्स एटलीस्ट 5 years प्लान फ्रॉम यू. और अगर 5 year का अभी आपको विजिबिलिटी नहीं आ रहा है तो मिनिमम 3 years तो रिक्वायर्ड है ही है. बिना 3 year के प्लान के अगर आप कहते हैं कि मेरा नेक्स्ट ईयर का प्लान बिल्कुल रेडी है और अगले 2 साल का प्लान रेडी नहीं है, तो इन्वेस्टर का कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं आएगा आपके ऊपर.
Okay, sir, I got your point. And sir, one more thing, just a question from a kind of a मैं क्योंकि अभी पिच डेक भी बना रहा था हमारी कंपनी का. सो इज इट good to give a investor like in a quarter to quarter basis a slide or in a year basis like just a kind of a question from my side.
यह प्रथम गुड क्वेश्चन, बट ईयर और क्वार्टर से भी ज्यादा इट शुड बी अ शॉर्ट और फैक्चुअल. यू हैव अ कमांड ओवर द मैनी थिंग्स. कमांड किन चीजों पर,
Okay.
किन पॉइंट्स पे स्केल करोगे, कहाँ इन्वेस्ट करोगे और कितना नेटवर्क एक्सपेंड करोगे. अगर आप मुझे अपना बिजनेस बता पाए तो मैं थोड़ा उस पे आपको कोई एग्जांपल देके भी समझा सकता हूँ किस चीज का बिजनेस है आपका.
uh, okay, so first of all who is listening, मेरा नाम प्रथम अग्रवाल है and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Discounted Up. So sir, what we actually do is have we हम कस्टमर्स को डिस्काउंटेड गिफ्ट कार्ड्स देते हैं थ्रू अवर ऐप विच इज अवेलेबल ऑन प्ले स्टोर एंड ऐप स्टोर एज वेल. You can download our app. Sir, so basically, if in case आपने shopping करी है Levi's से, if in case, okay, so sir, what we does is कि we collaborate with the Levi's company और हम उनसे ऐसा डील क्रैक करते हैं कि जो भी कस्टमर्स हमारे थ्रू आएंगे, तो you have to give them a 10% discount from our side through discount gift card. सो इफ इन केस आपका बिल 5,000 रुपये बन रहा है, तो आपको हमारे पेमेंट में, हमारे ऐप के थ्रू आपको 4,500 पेमेंट करना पड़ेगा। एंड आपको दे देना 3 सेकेंड्स, वहीं पर ही एक गिफ्ट कार्ड जनरेट हो जाएगा लिवाइस का, एंड यू कैन शो इट टू द कैशियर एंड यू कैन टेक द फुल एडवांटेज ऑफ ₹5,000। एंड प्लस ये जो भी रहेगा ये ऑफर ऑन टॉप ऑफ जो भी डिस्काउंट्स चल रहे हैं स्टोर्स के, उसके ऊपर रहते हैं। तो सर हमने जैसे इसके जैसे हमने 200 से ज्यादा ब्रांड्स के साथ कोलैबोरेट किया है। मेड बी मैकडोनल्ड्स, मेड बी पिज़्ज़ा हट, मेड बी अमेजन, फ्लिपकार्ट, आजियो एंड लाइक 200 मोर्स।
Great work, Pratham. Great work. Great work. Congratulate to this. This is a new thing. I'm using this thing through the Amazon. Amazon, when I want to purchase the pantaloon or the lifestyle, then the lifestyle gift card we buy from the Amazon, and Amazon give them the 10% or 5% cash discount. As I understand, कि हम लोग ऐसे ही
Yes.
करते हैं, है ना? Same
हाँ
kind of thing,
हाँ, yes sir, yes sir,
है
but
ना?
we are in a more in a dedicated way, and हम अमेजोन से बेटर सर्विस देते हैं, आई कैन अश्योर यू दैट, differentiating Amazon and myself, and we have a more proper UI UX, and we are pro- pro- we are properly dedicated to it, so we will give you a better experience of buying a gift card.
या बिजनेस मॉडल इज सेम। तो प्रथम आपके लिए क्या रहेगा? आपके लिए इन्वेस्टर को कन्विंस करने का रहेगा नंबर ऑफ सब्सक्राइबर्स। यू हैव टू
Yes
टेल
sir.
देम मोर देन हाउ टू यू गेट द दैट मच काइंड ऑफ सब्सक्राइबर। लेट्स सपोज आई एम यूजिंग दिस सर्विसेज सिंस लास्ट 5 years and I don't know you, the
Yes
gift
sir.
card services. So you have to convince them, the investor point of view, they want to understand how can you increase your subscriber base. If the subscriber base increases, the revenue automatically increases. So your focus should be to how to increase the subscriber base, what strategies or what policies or what marketing strategies you are implementing to increasing the subscriber base, because total business of yours depending on the subscriber base. Second is the product collaborations or companies collaborations. So investor focuses on the two things: the increasing in subscribers base and the collaborations you do in the future. So if you understand these two things to the investor very well mannered, I think they will convince. आप समझ पा रहे हैं? तो
Yes
वो
sir, I got your point.
ईयर ऑन ईयर के जो ग्रोथ की मैं बात कर रहा हूँ, उसका सबसेट होना, उसे क्वार्टर का आपके केस में अच्छा रहेगा प्रेजेंट करना। और उसमें भी आप एक मैट्रिक्स ये वाली जरूर डालिएगा कि आप कितने सब्सक्राइबर रह रहे हैं, और वो सब्सक्राइबर के साथ आपकी बिजनेस में एक चीज और इफेक्ट करेगी, वो होगा रिपीट रेट। हाउ मैनी
Yes sir.
कस्टमर इफ। तो ये दो चीज अगर आपने फोकस करके किसी भी इन्वेस्टर को पिच की, तो वो उसके क्वेश्चंस बहुत, मतलब वो कन्विंस जल्दी हो जाएगा अगर आपने फर्स्टली उसको ये चीज एड्रेस करा दी तो।
Yes sir.
ठीक है ना? तो मेरा मानना
I
ये है
I,
कि आप
I got
उसको
your point.
क्वार्टर टू क्वार्टर शो करें, एंड द मैट्रिक शुड बी स्टार्ट। जब आप बात करें तो रेवेन्यू के नीचे इस नंबर ऑफ सब्सक्राइबर और नंबर ऑफ रिपीट रेट होना चाहिए फर्स्ट स्लाइड पर ही, ताकि उसको आगे वो क्वेश्चन, उसको क्वेश्चन पूछना ही नहीं पड़े ये वाला।
Yes sir, I got your point.
और
काफी कुछ
आपको
अभी दिमाग में क्लिक। Yes, sorry to interrupt you sir.
नहीं, आपको ना हैंड टू हैंड ये भी उनको इंश्योर करना पड़ेगा कि आप वो सब्सक्राइबर को इंक्रीज करने की कौन कौन सी पॉलिसीज, मतलब कौन कौन सी मार्केट स्ट्रेटेजीज कर रहे हो। आप फिजिकल बिल बोर्ड बना रहे हो, आप ऑनलाइन मार्केटिंग कर रहे हो, कैंपेन कर रहे हो। क्योंकि मुझे लगता है ये जो आपने प्रोडक्ट या आपकी जो सर्विस है, ये मतलब डिमांडेड सर्विस है, ये नीडेड सर्विस है। क्योंकि आज मैं भी जाता हूँ, आज मैं कल मतलब एलन सोली गया, मैंने 30,000 की शॉपिंग करी, और मेरे पास कोई ऐसा वे
Yes,
आउट नहीं था कि मेरे पास प्रथम जैसा कोई मुझे पता हो कि जब मैं पेमेंट कर रहा हूँ उसको 30,000 का, तो अगर मुझे मतलब 300 500 या 2,000 भी बच जाए, तो मेरा उस दिन का लंच का वो हो जाएगा। आप समझ रहे हो? लेकिन
yes
क्या है
sir.
कि मुझे
हाँ
पता ही
सर.
नहीं है कि कोई ऐसी सर्विसेज हैं मेरे पास आसपास, या कोई ऐसा वो हो रहा है। तो वो मुझे लगता है कि आपका बिजनेस मॉडल इज टू गुड एंड टू गुड, बस आपको वो प्रेजेंट और मार्केट रीच बढ़ानी है, एज आई सपोज।
आई टोटली गॉट योर पॉइंट सर। हम इसी पे ही काम भी कर रहे हैं। तो obviously we will be happy to share, happy to take your insights on this. So someday we can connect over this.
No issue, Pratham. You can connect me at any time. Harsimran will also help you to if you need any more help regarding this.
Surely,
Yeah,
sure.
sure, sure.
Guys, if you have any other question, please go ahead. Although Mr. Chatterjee has one question in the chat box, is associations with good communities as well as incubations can bring higher valuation too? Is that so, sir?
Uh, in my opinion, we can it doesn't increase your value. It increase your way to work in your business. It helps if you are communicated or if you are attached with the good organization. They magnify or they improve your business doing skills, or we can say your processes and strategies, that can help increase in your valuation. But literally I say they can't help you to increase it in your valuations,
Valuation
because
of the
the
company.
because the investor mindset is on your product and your growth plan rather than your community. In spite of this, if you have a good IITN on your board, this may be a factor to increase in your valuation.
Makes sense. Guys, any other question? Please raise your hand for the same. And I have one more question that was already shared with me. Like with a small team, we are not at the right stage to hire a professional bookkeeper or the CA, right? So, what could be some cost-effective ways to ensure our financial statements are accurate, even with a small team?
In this question, I have to say that we should use some cloud-based softwares. They have some matching concept in itself. So if you do any error, they alert you. And the double accounting system is there. So if you use Zoho Books, Refunds, and the QuickBook is absolute from India, so they are cost effective. They are doing the work with the double accounting entry system. You can use the online cloud system, and part of the your work you can outsource as well. If you in the today's era everything is online, अगर आप उसको
Yes,
आउटसोर्स करते हैं और वो आउटसोर्सिंग इज मोर एक्यूरेट एंड मोर चीपर, you can save your resource cost, your infra cost, your utilities cost, and also have a good knowledge from that particular outsourcing agency. But you have to look for the good outsourcing agency, and you have to evaluate that outsourcing agency as well. So in my opinion, two factors is this: first is a good software, and the second is the outsource some of your activity to the agency.
makes sense. Yeah. This really answers the question. There is one more question. Like, as a startup founder, what are some tax benefits that under government regulations that as a founder we can take advantage of? Are there any such things?
Yeah, firstly you have to register with the DIPP with the
Okay.
innovative products. It's available only for the innovative product or services, or I say the technology. If you are registered with the DIPP, there's a two benefit you can avail. It's a first is the tax holiday for the 3 years, and the second is the some technical when the investor on board there is a valuation method, or there is a tax in the section 56 subsection 2. Then it if you eligible, then government allows you the investor allows government allows the investor, there is no tax. So there is a two benefit, 80 IA or the 56 2. But for complying the both, you have to register with the DIPP.
Okay. Okay.
And the third
I'm
one
not sure.
and the last is the R&D expenditure. It's depend on the business to business. Then I think the every startup have a R&D expenditure. If you have a R&D expenditures, then it also allows.
All right. All right. One more question I have here. If we are raising funds, what required for that?
Sorry, your voice is breaking. Can you ask again?
Okay. Yeah, sure. So, founder is asking if we are raising funds, right? So, what are the
Hmm.
different types of financial disclosures that are required for that?
If you are raising funds, there you have an audited balance sheets with the CA, you have a cash flow statements, and you have a business plans when you have raising the funds. Any investor needs these three things: audited financial statement if you already start the business, cash flow statement to judge your the cash flow situation, and the business plan for the next 3 or 5 years as per the requirement.
Okay, makes sense. One last question that I have, like usually this happen like while closing the financial records and everything, there are multiple mishaps that happen in the records, right? So, what is the best practice that one should keep in mind to maintain the records in an effective manner?
Can you ask the question again? Sorry. Uh,
No worries, no worries. It's more around कि कैसे अपनी which are the best practices to maintain the records in an effective manner. मतलब जो भी
okay.
records company के हैं.
ओके, तो आपको उसके लिए क्या करना होगा? आपको एक रिकंसिलेशंस करने होंगे, रिकंसिलेशन विद योर कस्टमर्स इफ यू हैव अ बी टू बी बिजनेस, रिकंसिलेशन विद योर वेंडर्स, रिकंसिलेशन विद द गवर्नमेंट बॉडीज compliances. Firstly, you have to do this, and then you have to have proper document management system, because in the our compliance history, the case will be assessed after 2 or 3 years. So you have to have proper document management system. Second is the reconciliation part, and third is the automation of the things. You can in today's world there's a so many software which starts from the invoicing and do the accounting and the banking reconciliation as well. So you can do the some kind of small automations in the accounting software, reconciliations, and the document management. In document management, you have to plan a month-wise month billing system, and you have to store all the document in the month-wise month folder that can help you in the future as well to find any document or any details.
Okay. There is one question in chat by Vikram. DIPP and DPIIT would have the same benefits?
Yes, yeah, they have the same benefits. Firstly, you have to register with them, and then you got the right to go further to claim the deductions as well.
All right,
Okay,
fine.
thank you.
Guys, any other question? I'm done with the questions that were already shared with me. Any other questions you have? It's an open platform for you to ask. And if later on you want to connect with Vipin sir one on one, just let me know about that in group.
Can I shoot?
Yeah, please go ahead, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, hi Bipinji. My name is Shambarun Chatterjee. I'm working on biocompostable bags, which is alternate to plastic. I had a small, yeah, you have answered me that question that regarding the association and incubation. But I would like to know, I have two advisors in our company. One is, he is a very senior person in NABARD. He is the CEO of NABARD. And the other person is an advisory group in the in IIT Mandi. So they are both are my advisors and mentors. So can I highlight these two members in my board as advisor, and that can also get some good valuation into the entire thing?
Yeah. If you mention in your advisors board after the permission taking from that persons,
Yes.
that the investor have more reliance on your product, because there's some good person on your advisor board. Because if you asking from the someone for the having on advisor board, everyone not ready if they don't have a
Mhm.
believe in your product. So it's a good
Correct.
point for representing
Mhm.
against the investor.
Great. So they are actually with. I've been aligned for last 3 months, and they're very much close to me. And they always stay there as a mentor, and they are already in my mentorship. So that is the reason I asked you. Next is I have been associated with two, three association. One is an NRI, which is National Restaurant Association of India. Then I have a member of HORECA, which is Hotel, Restaurant, and Cafes Association. Then I have
Yeah.
taken a membership on Bengal Business Council, which is basically a platform where Bengali entrepreneurs are all there in from Kolkata. Will these associations also give you good valuation in terms showing to the investor?
No, I
I
think
don't know.
I think it will be add any value to in the it. You can use
Business.
these. You can use this kind of membership to increase your business. So you can say that you can use these phrases as that I have a association with these association help me in increasing the future
For the
business.
growth path.
For the growth paths,
Correct.
you can use these membership as this way. You can't say that we have a these membership and my valuation will be higher due to these connections. But the first part is good if you have an advisor board and they have some equity as well. So this will increase the confidence of investor in your product.
Great. Thank you.
All right, all right. Guys, any other questions, or we can quickly wrap this up? I think we are mostly done with all the questions, Vipin sir. Thank you so much for your time. Although if someone wants to connect with you one on one, I'll definitely connect you with them.